because there's the Imperium, which is the warp. And then you have the Imperium, but it's also the Immaterium. It's a wild ride.
Oh my god, we need another video.
I like how you asked him a question and I'm more confused now.
Hello and welcome to this CrabTale's reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to every single Warhammer 40k faction explained part 1. But this is our part 3. My name's Bryce. I'm joined by Kirren.
What's up?
And Jayson.
Hey Bryce, how are you, man?
Good, thank you, Jayson. Thank you for asking.
Good, that's good.
It's
going to get real confusing with that. This is part 1 of part 3.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, it is what it is. It's the way we're getting through it because we don't have like 2 hours to sit here, and Kieran's got places to be,
places to go, people to be.
Yeah. So and it's been a week since we watched the first bit, so we'll watch probably the last bit of this and maybe the start of the next one depending on time. But yeah, there's a lot of factions that we've already learnt of, and we haven't got into. I was going to say aliens, but they're not called aliens.
Xenos. They're aliens.
Okay, well then we haven't got into them and stuff like that. So that's probably next part.
I imagine so.
Okay.
I imagine it's going to be like, chaos and alien races.
Interesting. So we've got the final of the human.
Yeah, the good guys.
I didn't say good. You make it out like I'm. There is some good guys though.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
No.
That looks like an alien.
That's a ghoul.
It's been a long video. We're about to round it out. We got this and one more human thing, and then we're done. The assassins, though, the Officio Assassinorum, oh boy, these people are deadly. Yeah, they're called assassins. They should be, but oh man, these people will mess you up. So these are from the Officio Assassinorum, a very special organization, and they are handpicked by the Grand Master of the Officio Assassinorum from the what was it called? Schola Progenium. It's basically an orphan school. Your parents got murdered by demons or something, you get sent to this and you get trained to be whatever. Tempestus Drop Troop, an Inquisitor maybe even. Maybe you get a blank gene and you get thrown into the Sisters of Silence, or sometimes you just disappear. When you are taken, however, you go to one of 4 temples because the Assassinorum works in the temple style of things. These temples are the Vindicare, Caluxus, Calidus, and Eversor temples. Let's start with the Vindicare. I'm far away. I've been sitting here for 3 weeks. Poof! The Vindicare temple is the main sniper-based temple. Gigantic sniper rifles for all these assassins. Their whole point is to be able to be in a spot and sit there, eye and scope, for weeks, waiting for their perfect target, taking people out from literal miles away after extremely long time periods. The Vindicare Temple is about precise, perfect aim. There have been reports of Vindicares being able to single out particular body parts from over 2-3 miles away. Temples in the head, the jugular, for instance, and been sitting there after weeks. And when they're ready, take that shot, time is done, packs them up. The Calidus Temple, however,
they just go home?
is a lot more about shape-shifting and
to their wife.
It's mostly a female-based one, or at least it seems to be.
And
this allows a lot of body augmentation for certain individuals to be able to kind of transmorph themselves and infiltrate areas that are problems. These assassins will end up taking missions that take them years, 2-3 years, to infiltrate a heretical group and slowly work their way up, just to get enough time to put a bullet into the main target's head and then escape unharmed, or become the main target and sabotage it from within. These are all completely about deception, mind tricks, polymorphing, and everything in between. And lots of drawings. Lots of drawings.
Jeez.
The Eversor Temple.
That's a
kind of disturbing one. The Eversor Temple is about when you don't want anything to come back alive, friend or foe. You want it all dead.
Your favorite?
And Eversor is psychogenically conditioned with just psychotherapy and psychological torture to only feel violence, hatred, and anger. It does the Clockwork Orange style of thing of just making you forced to watch never-ending pain and misery and psycho conditioning, I guess is the term. And then they pump you full of tons of psychedelic drugs and they cryo-freeze you. And then they drop you in an area where they just want to make sure everything is dead. And then you defrost, full of just all this insane, mind-boggling psychotherapy and psychedelic drugs, and you just go to town. Yeah, if you don't care if anyone comes back alive. You're like, all right, lost cause, send them in. Finally, there's the most bizarre temple,
Bryce.
the Calyxus Temple. The Calyxus assassins are feared even among the other temples. So that blank gene, the people will go to the Calyxus Temple with this as well. And this is where they can harness that to be massively anti-psyker or even just anti-regular people. They are seen with extreme fear and distrust among many, many people. They're described by the Eldar by quote as being
looks like the one that did the Emperor picture.
Imagine that uncomfortable feeling from that blank gene I mentioned, and then imagine them being taught and given equipment to amplify it by 100. If normally regular people feel uncomfortable, now they are basically akin to being a siren wailing directly in your ear. And if you're a psyker, oh no, the sheer presence of a Calyxus assassin is enough for you to tear your skin off. You will rather gouge your eyes out and rip your nails off than even being near this person. The Calyxus assassin is when you want psychers to literally lose their minds, and they will go on their knees and ask you to gun them down because it is a suitable choice over being anywhere near you. The motto of that temple is, that which is unknown and unseen commands the greatest fear. Now, for the tabletop, assassins aren't that special. You can call them in no matter what Imperium faction you are, and they do a lot of work for themselves, but at the same time, they're very specialized and require a lot of finesse. And they work the way you generally want them to, though. You want to cause some distortion and weird stuff, you take a Calidus. You want to just murder swaths of infantry and then blow up Eversor. You want to kill that one guy, Vindicare, and if you have a lot of psychers, Calyxus. It's a nice little, like, jack of all trades if you have a specific thing you want to kill. And you get to choose which is really fun. But now, let's talk about the last human faction. We can round this video out.
Okay. the way this it's sorry. How do they know which assassin? Because they're like, oh, you become an assassin. How do they know which one they're gonna be?
They go to the they go to the certain school.
But you get to pick.
No,
I want to be.
You won't get to pick. They'll look at you. They'll look at your traits and how you act or whatever, and they'll go, okay. And they'll either put you in a school or end your life.
That berserker one they drug up.
Yeah.
That obviously drops in with no people around that friendly. It just has to kill everything in that area. It doesn't know what's going on.
There is in the book that I'm reading. It's got they can be like hypnotized. They're like Winter Soldier type things, where you can give them an order and they'll follow that order.
Oh, okay.
But if that just unleashed,
that
they
like
will
all
just
of them
fucking kill everything.
Yeah.
They all seem to be.
Yeah, but they're not. The rest of them aren't crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, the Calidus, literally gets the drugs pumped, like Bane. Would it be comic book Bane? Where they just get drugs pumped into him and he just goes fucking nuts. Oh, and then if it dies, if it's like heart rate slows to a certain point, it goes and explodes.
Nice.
And they can kill Astartes one-on-one and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Are they really big? They're not that big though, hey? But they're just because assassins are supposed to be like nimble and all this sort of stuff.
Well, I had skin tight.
With the sniper thing, you said it's like it waits and it kills its target. They have more targets though. Like if they kill that, then they go back to get more orders. It's not like they're done. The way you said it was like they were done for like. All right, cool, I did it, and they hang up their gun. No. Okay. Unfortunately,
you go back and you wait for more orders.
Yeah.
It was more so making the point that they were out there for that long.
Yeah.
So they have to wait till the kill, then go.
Yeah. I don't know how they do that. Like, because they'd have to be augmented hell brutally to be able to go without eating for weeks on end.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But they got to do what they got to do.
What happens if there was like change on the wind or
It's all calculated, bro, and those snipers are brutal.
Okay, yeah, I
They
mean,
let
that's
you
what you need to say. Those snipers are brutal. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. With the tabletop thing as well, which they keep bringing up, he keeps bringing up as well, but that's fine. I'll let that go. Do you have the assassins? As he said, they weren't that good in that. I feel like they'd be.
That's the first I've heard of them being tabletop. So,
You don't even have them.
No,
This
I
guy.
don't. There's a lot of things that I don't have.
This guy.
This guy.
This
Okay,
is-
no,
look,
that's the
whole
first thing
video
I'm
is
buying.
full of the factions, and he doesn't have that one.
Yeah.
This guy.
You don't even know.
I'm so foolish.
Okay, interesting.
The way he was talking was like they weren't even that good to have on the tabletop.
No, that's what I mean. He was saying that they're not that great, but he seems to. I mean, he likes every single thing. He obviously is going to because he's a fan of the thing. But every start to a character, this is one of my favorite. Is there one where he's? I don't know if he's gonna do it. It's like fucking hate this one. It's boring. I don't know why it's in it, and then talks about it.
It's possible in the next video
I don't know.
that's going to come up.
Okay.
Are we going to see Inquisitors?
Yeah, that should be a faction that comes up.
Yeah.
Should be.
I
You
learned.
said stuff that I don't know, so there you go.
He quickly said it in the thing as well.
Yeah, but you've done research.
No, there's a magic set coming out, and one of the pre-cons were all the starting ones that we're seeing here. So I'm guessing that's why he grouped them like that. Because they relate? Is that all the human stuff?
All these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all human, yeah.
Mm.
Yee.
I thought he meant because of magic.
Yeah, I was like,
the way
well,
you
this
worded
video's
it,
old.
the way you worded it was like because magic did it like this. Is that why he did it?
No, I'm
Yeah, I know what
assuming
you
they're
mean.
all related to the same thing.
Yeah,
but then
they're
the
all
Inquisitors.
These are all Imperium of Man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but the Inquisitor person was the face of the deck. So I was wondering why it hasn't come up.
Soon.
I
Maybe.
got a funny feeling that it's next. Then the way his face is.
It
Before we
better
do
be
part two,
next.
the Inquisition. We have a lot to
What
talk
the
about
hell?
with them.
How'd you get that?
Can I say one thing?
Oh boy.
That would be base. Is the Inquisition thing come from the witch hunts?
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Yeah, and they'll hunt out the witch.
They'd
While they're on their broomstick.
Yeah.
except they'd hunt in the Inquisition. They were hunting witches that didn't exist because witches don't exist.
No, they do. I seen one.
Oh, how is your
It
mum?
went.
Whereas
Yeah.
heretics.
Okay. Star Wars.
Boy, where do I even begin with the Inquisition? Take every secret police you can think of. The KGB, the Gestapo, the CIA, FBI, any
Just
of
not
these
found.
kinds of people.
That's fine.
And then
Because it's
mark it up by about 10 and give them the most power in the entire Imperium. No, you know what? How about this? This right here, it's not just a quote. This is the Imperial motto, the motto of the Inquisition. I apologize for my bad pronunciation. Innocentia nihil probat. Innocence proves nothing. The most powerful organization in the Imperium, the secret police, their number one motto is innocence proves nothing. The Inquisition goes around like the secret police or like detectives to find issues in the Imperium. And they have different ordos depending on which one we're talking about. The Ordo Hereticus, the Ordo Xenos, the Ordo Malleus, for instance, and a whole bunch of other ones. Hereticus is obvious, they deal with heretics. Xenos tries to find alien threats, and Malleus is demons. They all have different specializations in
It's
what
Gregor
they're
Eisenhorn.
go for as this Inquisitor.
I could have told you
And
that.
that's what they're called, Inquisitors.
Probably.
Each of them, as an Inquisitor, has their own free reign to do as they wish. They may have a ship and a crew, and they go out to find
What's that guy in the
problems
middle,
and
Inquisitor?
interrogate people.
I don't know.
a lot.
That looks human.
They
It's
are
scary.
above the law in every department.
That looks cool.
Over Space Marines. Now, the Space Marines might argue against them and stuff, and there might be a lot of blowback, but technically they are above them as Inquisitors. They are looking to investigate and
Gregor
figure
Eisenhorn.
out coups and cults and demonic
I've seen it. I
incursions.
read the
and
book.
Possible Xenos issues like
Horrible.
gene stealers
I read them
or
all.
a new threat coming into an area. They're about learning that stuff and actually doing detective work. And memes aside, they're pretty good at it. The Inquisition having all of this power does make them a little bit power hungry and frantic sometimes. And yes, it is still a bad thing, but
Like
most
real
of them are
cops.
pretty good at their job. And they spend
Thanks,
a lot of
Jayson.
time being very diligent to make sure that all of these leads they follow are proper and correct. They're basically space detectives with just enormous power and sometimes a bit of a power complex. And we haven't even talked about Exterminatus yet. Exterminatus.
Is that a new thing?
It's not even a faction. Go on.
Oh shit! Trouble
I mean,
in
he's
paradise.
not played it as a faction. It's just something
Okay.
that happens.
Imperium.
Imperium.
Does that relate to everything we saw in this video?
Imperium is everything.
Everything.
Imperium is. I don't want to butcher this right now.
Imperium is everything.
So it's one of two things. It's either everything that relates to humans is the Imperium,
Yeah.
or it's the galaxy is the Imperium. But I'm going to say it's the first one.
I gathered it as the first one.
Yeah,
That's what I just assumed from what he was saying and the way that things were going. But I could be proven wrong.
because there's the Imperium, which is the warp, and then you have the Imperium, but there's also the Immaterium. It's a wild ride.
Oh my god, we need another video.
I like how you asked him the question and I'm more confused now. Okay. So they're the police. They're the ones that make sure all of the Imperium are doing the right thing. But yet, it's kind of like, I think you're doing the wrong thing. Let's just fucking waste you, even knowing I didn't really check.
Yeah, well, it's better rather than like leaving or maybe
It's like a waste of time of...
It's a waste of time to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you just end their life now, you don't have to come back and end it later.
Maybe they fucked it up. Maybe they didn't. You know, maybe they're a murderer. Maybe they're not.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah. It's messed up.
Beautiful.
And
I mean,
it's
messed
not
up.
beautiful. You want to live in this world. And
Oh,
I
man,
don't know if you
I just
actually
wanna
do.
I want to observe this world. Fuck living in it. It'd be the worst thing ever.
I know. It's ridiculous.
How good.
Okay. Bad police. Well, that's what I'm going to call them.
You want to see how bad they can get?
Exterminatus is deeming a
is this a
planet
part of them?
unfit to be saved. I deem that this planet is demon infested and taking it back will cost too many resources and is not worth it. I have now committed Exterminatus on this planet. I will now sign the death warrant of an entire Imperium planet as it is unfit to take and better to be destroyed than allow the enemy to hold it. This can mean saturation bombardment. This can mean cracking the planet's core and breaking it apart. Doesn't matter. Render this planet inhospitable to all life. Yes, the innocence proves nothing people are the only people who can choose this planet must die in its entirety. Yeah, you're playing the villain. Now, it is memed a lot, but most Inquisitors are very rare to do Exterminatus. Exterminatus is a very crazy thing. There's only so many worlds that you don't want to destroy all of them. Now, naturally, with the memes aside, there are some people who are a little bit rough on this one. But most Inquisitors generally don't like to do Exterminatus a ton, but it is an option they have. And it's a crazy option when you think about it. Secret Police Inquisition are unfortunately not represented on the tabletop very much. You generally kind of put one in your army if you feel like it. You have a couple special options there and some side content. But they're not really fleshed out very well, and personally they need a lot more stuff put in there. They really need a lot more effort put into them. And they're not quite where I want them to be. Overall, the Inquisition makes for a lot of the best storytelling as well, because it's a little bit hard to talk about a big story of a whole bunch of space marines killing something. Right? It's just a big battle story. It's not as interesting. Having that intrigue and that moral dilemma that an Inquisitor has makes for a lot better media.
He looked very different in that
honestly,
picture.
the more people do it, I think it's better, because then it adds a little more humanity to the Warhammer horrible, horrible grimdarkness. And wow, we just finished the humans, all right? Come back for part 2 when we talk about Chaos and Xenos, because we got to talk about the 4 Chaos Gods and all the Chaos Marine Legions and the Tau and the Necrons and the Orcs, and oh boy, we got a lot. I'll see you in part 2.
Bye, Bricky.
Bye, Bricky. See you.
So
I don't
what
think he's
classifies-
actually going, Jayson?
Well, I'll see him at the next event. With the police, the bad police. What?
Yeah. Inquisition.
No, the bad police. Come on.
The Inquisition.
What? Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to speak, and I can't do it when you keep saying words. What would make them have to destroy a planet? What sort of thing? Like he said, like too many demons on there. Is there levels of like this guy stole a carton of milk? Let's destroy that planet.
No, because the resources that you'd put into getting back that carton of milk or killing that guy is less.
Okay,
They
it depends
say-
on. It's a resource thing.
Yeah. It's like, say,
Question.
I was wondering like how many like it's like there's 2 demons on here, but it's populated by 5 million people. Is it quicker to just destroy the whole planet? That's what I'm like kind of getting at.
oh, 5 million. Did you say 5 million?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not much.
Yeah, but like compared to 2 in the scale.
Yeah. But like, what would we do?
All right, 50 billion then. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's a bit much. Come on, Jay. Come
Don't
on.
be silly.
You doofer.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, so it'll be like, they would send armies of people to die before they'd use Exterminatus.
Oh, okay. So they would use like Imperial soldiers
Yeah. They'd
before
just
that
go, get in there.
and kill those 2 demons
Try your best.
because they're a low resource.
Yeah, but also
'Cause
if
there's
it's,
so
two,
many
if
of
it's
them.
2 demons, the Inquisitors can probably take care of it.
Yeah, but why would they waste their time?
To kill it, because that's their job.
Well, it seems like they don't really care.
Hey, you
It seems
got
like
me
they're
there.
not doing their job.
Yeah.
Anyway, my boy Eisenhorn. Hey, oh man, that guy's
Oh,
fucking
I love
amazing.
him.
I'm not sure who that is and
He's
what.
that guy that I kept pointing out.
But who? What race is he? What is he? What
He's an
race?
Inquisitor.
Oh.
Hereticus? He was Hereticus, and then he moved to Malleus, I think.
Wait, what's Alias?
Malleus,
Oh, what's
which is
Malleus?
demons.
Okay.
Oh, demons.
Mm.
I want to see demons.
I'm ready
And
for
then-
the chaos gods.
And then spoilers, he...
great.
I knew he was
So
gonna
he
say
turns
that.
evil.
Spoilers!
This is this is fun and interesting. I guess. Say so. Next one.
All right.
You didn't do an outro or anything. I just
Yeah,
said
there's
next
no
one.
outro. All right, have fun. Let us know what you thought. I think bye!
We might watch the next one.
Yeah. Efforts out.
Shut up.